and that's why no one holds them in their hands. I don't know if you can hear the rain outside, but it's quite loud, so hopefully it doesn't mess everything up. Hello! Welcome to Oceanic Oracle. My name is Ari. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul for you. I have quite a few books. I actually have a stack here, and I wanted to talk about them because I'm excited to read them. And I don't know, maybe you'll discover something new that you haven't heard of. With these books, I'm going to be doing a brief summary. When I read things, I don't really want to know a lot about them before I pick them up because I like being surprised. And if you want to know more in-depth details as to what's going on, I'd recommend looking up some book reviews, maybe go on Goodreads, or I don't know, I'm sure there are other channels here on YouTube that have this sort of content. I have read 2 of the books in this pile, and I'll probably talk about them more because I know more about the plot. Now, without further ado, let's get on to the haul. The first book that I got is The Chosen and the Beautiful. Now, this is the book club book for my book club that I'm a part of for July. So it takes place in the 1920s. It's about a Vietnamese girl who's adopted by an American family. She's queer. I'm not sure what city in the US she lives in. From what I've heard, it's sort of like The Great Gatsby, only everyone sees her as this exotic thing, and not all the doors are open to her because of who she is. I'm interested. I'm looking forward to picking it up. It's also relatively short, which is nice, and I look forward to tabbing it and talking to other people who've read it. Now, the book club book for August is The Other Black Girl. This is a thriller. It's been compared to The Devil Wears Prada, which is interesting. I don't really want to know anything else that goes on in here because I want to be surprised, seeing as it is a thriller. Hopefully I like it. I am quite picky about the thrillers that I like. I'm looking forward to picking this up in August. This next book is Loveless by Alice Oseman. Now, I have read this already. I really, really enjoyed this book. It's about a girl who feels like there's something wrong with her when there really isn't. So she hasn't had a crush on anyone in all of her 18 years of life, and she thinks there's something wrong. This is a book about self-discovery and the slow journey to acceptance that there are other ways of loving people outside of romantic love. Romantic love isn't the thing that defines everyone in the world. I really liked it. I love this book. I think everyone should go out and pick it up because it's just wonderful. So it follows Georgia from the end of her time at secondary school. So it takes place right after her prom and then follows her throughout the first year of university. And it's lovely. I want everyone to go pick it up, and I'm so happy that this is available to people who might be questioning themselves and wondering what's wrong with them because their peers are doing other things. It's so important to have books like this. I love it. Please go pick it up. The next book that I got is Thorn. Now, I believe this is a retelling of The Goose Girl, which is a fairy tale. I haven't read The Goose Girl. I don't think I've ever heard it. I'm interested. I believe this follows a princess who's betrayed by her family. There's magic, injustice, and geese. So, interesting. Looking forward to picking up a new YA fantasy. I'll see if I like it. Hopefully I do. The second book that I picked up that I've already read is Rainbow Grey. So this is a middle grade book. I haven't really bought many middle grades, but this, I love. The sprayed edges just get me. The cover caught my eye in the bookshop and I picked it up and I read that it's about weather magic. So there's weather magic, and I don't know if you can see, but this is her cloud cat. It's just really cute. You have a story about friendship and discovering that there are things that make you special. It's a good book for young readers, and plus the rainbow. I love the rainbow hair. Is it just me? I think it's so pretty. This is the next one I picked up, When Dimple Met Rishi. I am excited for this. From what I've read on the back, the two main characters are about to go off to university. The two main characters have been arranged to get married, I think. And Dimple, who's the girl, doesn't want that, and she wants to go off to university and live her life as an independent woman, which we want. But Rishi is a hopeless romantic and wants to make it work. They both end up going to the same summer program, I believe, and neither of them, or I don't think Dimple knows that it's him. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I think it's just going to be a fun summer read, perfect for the summer. It's just like, takes place at a summer camp. What's not to like? I'm looking forward to it. And plus, the cover. The cover just looks so beautiful. I love the orange. The next one that I picked up was I Was Born for This. As soon as I finished Loveless, I knew I had to go back and pick up another Alice Oseman book. This was the one that I picked up in the bookshop. Now, I have read the Heartstopper volumes. I really enjoyed those, and I really like her novels. So when I was reading Loveless and I read this blurb in the back of the book, I wanted to go pick it up. It also helps that it's orange, and I love orange. I believe this is going to be talking about the relationships that bands have with their fans, because I think it follows one of the main characters is in a boy band that the main female character is following and is a part of the fandom. I'm looking forward to seeing if this follows the difficult topics that fan and idol relationships bring up, and I want to see if they talk about the issues with power dynamics. I just like Alice Oseman's writing, and I'm looking forward to picking it up. Now, these next three books are more adult than YA. One of them I classify as new adult, but the two I'll be talking about now are definitely adult books. So this is The Silence of the Girls. Now, I have read a few Iliad retellings, so I have the Song of Achilles tabbed up to the gods. That I've also read 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes, which is really good. That's a feminist focus on the Trojan War. I think this one is going to be similar to 1,000 Ships. I actually saw this book on YouTube talking about Greek myth retellings. I believe this follows one of the girls captured by the Greek army when they first get to Troy. So it follows Briseis. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It follows her and what goes on at the camp, which will be interesting, because if you've read 1,000 Ships I really recommend picking it up. Natalie Haynes is a really interesting author. She's written quite a few non-fiction books about Greek women in Greek myth, and I highly recommend picking them up because she has some interesting takes and discusses different source materials. This just seems interesting, and I'm going to see if it lives up to my expectations, because right now I think it's going to be a good one. For my last fantasy, I picked up this. So this is The Last Wish. Oh, that's going to annoy me. I hate the stickers that you can't take off. Anyway, so this is the first book in the Witcher series. I watched a bit of The Witcher when it came out last year. I like Henry Cavill. I'm looking forward to reading this because I do like fantasy, and I hope it's good. I have high hopes. I think I'll probably like it because I do like fantasy, and I believe this is a collection of short stories. I think it's a 0.5. Like the book is 0.5 in the series, so it's like the very first book. And it says introducing the Witcher on the cover and on the side. So yeah, I've never played the Witcher games. I know they're quite popular. I haven't really picked them up, but maybe this will entice me. Who knows? And finally, the last book that I picked up, Firekeeper's Daughter. When I saw this cover, it just drew my eye. I love the two women on the front, but then you also notice that it's a butterfly, and then you also have bears and birds. Oh, the cover is just absolutely stunning. I believe this is a thriller, at least from what I've read on the back. It's a thriller, and it's about an 18-year-old who witnesses a murder, and then she gets recruited by the FBI to help with the investigation into said murder. I'm looking forward to it. It's a bit big, but I'm excited. Hopefully it's good, and I think I've just noticed that I am a cover buyer. Well, the story does sound interesting, and I don't want to know much about the story going into it because I like to be surprised, as I've already said. It also has Native American representation. The main character is biracial. I've just looked it up. So this should be really interesting, and I'm excited to get to it. I don't know how soon I'll get to it, but I'm going to get to it as soon as I can. And those are all the physical books that I got in June. I hope some of them piqued your interest. If not, that's fine. You can read whatever you want. I'm excited to pick them up and read them. I probably won't read them all at once. I think I'm definitely going to be reading a few of them during the summer, but a few of them I think are more autumny reads. Let me know if you've read any of them and what you thought about them. Maybe tell me your star rating or some of your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe if you want to. I'm going to be linking all the books down below, so if you want to check any of them out, I'll put their Goodreads links down there so you can have a look at the plot synopsis. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I will leave it at that. Bye!